Here at MLG Weekly, we give you the most in-depth insight into the world of competitive gaming. We want everyone to play, enjoy, and understand the games we cover. In our new series, Gaming 101, we give you the basics of the game, the key to success, and some simple tricks to help you improve your play. This week, we take you into the world of Starcraft 2. Starcraft 2 is a titan of the video game world, boasting sales of nearly 3 million copies and has over 300,000 people playing online at any given time. There are multiple tournaments and LAN events going on every day where pro players can compete. Starcraft is an RTS game of economic management, unit control, and strategy. In Starcraft 2, players compete as one of 3 different races: the Zerg, the Protoss, or the Terran. Each race comes with its own unique strengths and weaknesses. However, the same race can be played quite differently depending on the playstyle of the competitor using it. Frequently, amateur players of Starcraft look up to the pros who play the same race. Players like Idra and Losira have a strong fan following of Zerg players because of how well they play Zerg. Players tend to root for pros who play their race in much the same way that big cities root for their local sports teams. Zerg units are very bug-like in nature and rely on sheer numbers to overtake opponents. Players using the Zerg try to reach max unit count as quickly as possible. In order to achieve this, Zerg players try to stay at least one base ahead of their opponents to create a strong economy. Additionally, Zerg buildings and units spread a goo called the Creep that increases their line of sight and unit speed. The Terrans most resemble the human race. Their greatest strengths are their unit diversity, defensive capabilities, and building mobility. Though Terran players are commonly known for cheesy tactics like quick tech paths or building structures close to enemy bases, they must play smart or be overrun by the Zerg's superior unit production capabilities or wiped out by the Protoss' superior unit compositions. The Protoss are a wise and intelligent alien species sworn to kill the Zerg. Protoss units are by far the most powerful in the game. However, the Protoss are not invincible. There are many instances where they simply don't have the forces to hold off early or well-timed attacks. This is because they rely on gas to construct almost all of their units, and those units take a long time to upgrade. Their greatest advantage is the ability to warp in units anywhere there's a pylon. This makes their surprise attacks very deadly. There are 3 aspects and terms players of every race and skill level should know. These are macro, micro, and APM. Macro is the ability to see to the little details in the game and react accordingly. This includes monitoring the actions of your opponent, managing your economy, watching the minimap, and controlling your own army. One of the best methods of improving this aspect of your playstyle is what StarCraft Community All-Star Day 9 has dubbed tapping. This is the constant rhythmic checking of your economy, unit positioning, and minimap changes on the battlefield. While not as all-encompassing as macro, micro is still an important part of any good player's game. It involves the ability to manage your forces accurately during combat. Good micro allows small forces to take larger forces down. There are several micromanagement techniques that all players should know. Kiting is hitting your opponent's melee forces with your ranged forces as you move away. This allows you to dish out damage and take relatively little yourself. Poking your opponent's base with flying units and leaving the moment counter forces come allows you to inflict major damage while keeping your forces safe. It's not an easy feat mastering micro, but it makes a huge difference in any engagement. APM stands for actions per minute. It's a measurement of how fast you click the buttons on your computer. This corresponds with your ability to multitask in-game. Nearly every action, from telling a unit to move to creating a building, counts towards your current and average APM number. While a high APM is generally associated with how good a player is, some players do quite well with a low APM. To improve your APM, you should never stop doing things during a game. Another important skill is memorizing all of your hotkeys. This allows you to accomplish in-game tasks much faster. By doing these things, your APM will go up and give you an advantage over your opponent. There you have it, a complete breakdown of some of the basics of StarCraft 2. We hope they help elevate your gameplay, understanding, and enjoyment of the world of competitive gaming.